For some reason, everybody wants to flex, everybody wants to show off for whatever reason. That's the thing. The cars, the clothes, designer, the money, like everybody that's the thing now. But where in reality, where does that actually get you? Like where does that get you? What's the point of spending your 20s trying to impress when you really ain't got it like that, brother? You really ain't got it like that. Now it'd be different if you do, but why do that? What's the point of spending your 20s trying to impress people who don't even care about you? They don't care about you. People who won't even be there when stuff go wrong in your life. Besides point and laugh. What's the point? They ain't gonna be there when you struggling. People who care or will forget about you when the money run out. You see where I'm getting at? What's the point? Your 20s are not the time to waste money on validation. Waste your time on validation from somebody else. People do this. To this day, I don't understand why. There are the years that determine the rest of your life. What you do right now, you can either grind now and build something for real and build something better that's bigger than you, or you can spend your time trying to look successful and then still be broke. Which one you choosing? So, I don't know. This video is for people who want more out of their life. That's who I'm speaking to. And if that's not you, that's fine. But let's just talk for a minute. This illusion of what it is to be successful, or what it looks like to be successful. That's probably better. Um Excuse me, I'm getting over a cold, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. Social media done ruined a lot of y'all. It really has, like to a T, right? You see someone wearing all of this drip, right? Designer. They taking trips, right? Living what looks like a dream life. And then you start feeling like, dang, I need to do that too. I need to do the same. You start thinking, dang, I feel like I'm behind. Wrong. I need to catch up. Wrong. But you don't realize that half the people you are looking up to, they really might not have it like that neither, to tell you the truth. And if they do, cool. That's fine. Don't try to keep up with the Joneses, because that's how you stay broke. See, it's a difference. I either said this today or yesterday. But people don't realize, okay, if you're going to spend this money on like bags or like clothes, at least do what I was doing. I was doing that, but I was reselling the clothes. Like I was always the person to try to find some type of money in it, or trying to find a way to monetize it. People don't do that. More than likely, you a person that goes and buys clothes and then you keeping them for yourself. But you're not a person that go in there and buy double. Maybe I might buy one for myself, but then flip this for more money. That way I done paid for 2 shirts, but only paid for one in reality because I'm selling the other one. Do you get me? People don't really think like that. And most people on social media, bro, you are only seeing a portion of their life. You're not seeing the whole itinerary. You're not seeing the whole thing, right? And most people mess up. Instead of building real wealth, they start chasing validation. That's stupid. That's the stupidest thing you could do right now. They start doing this, buying things they can't afford just to look good or look cool or look successful for social media. But you know what's crazy? The richest people don't even dress like they rich. I'll give you a perfect example. Adam Sandler. Rich, right? You've seen him in a lot of movies since about, what, 2000? We in 2025. He's still doing movies. He don't dress like he rich. In my opinion, the dude dressed like a dad. A dad that golfs. That's it. You don't see him buying designer and all this. But I get it. it depends on the lane that you in, because social media got it to the point where, like, if you talk, you know what? Actually, let me power it back. It does depend on the lane that you in, right? Entertainment wise or whatever you doing. But it also means, like, if you talk about that stuff a lot, yeah, people gonna want to see that, right? But if you talk about, other things that's not really about getting money or stuff like the jewelry and all this, like, that is true. You can't talk about all these things and then don't show it. You get me? It's a difference, right? Um, to me, it's no point in, like, trying to do all of these things to seek some type of validation from somebody else. That makes no sense to me. You got to sacrifice. There's power in sacrificing things, right? If you really want to be successful, if everybody wants to be successful in their life and this is all they want, right? You have to be willing to sacrifice. Again, if this is something that you would like to do, like right here, what I'm doing now, you have to be willing to sacrifice. What do I sacrifice? Time. Let me see. It's 9 o'clock. Okay? It's 9 in the morning. All right? You have to be willing to sacrifice time. Like what I do, I just get up early and work on my business, right? I get up early. I'm not an early person. I'm really not. But I get up early and sacrifice that to work towards my stuff, if this is what I want. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you spending all this time saying, all right, I'm going to do it tomorrow. I'm going to do it in a couple hours. That's a distraction. Start saying no to distractions. That means focusing on your future and not what everybody else is doing. Don't focus on what he got going on. Don't focus on what she got going on. Focus on what you got going on. You want to elevate, right? But you too focused on this and that person. For what? That's not helping you. That's not helping you at all, right? I'm not saying you can't enjoy life. That's not what I'm saying at all. But there's a difference between having fun, right? And then being reckless or getting knocked out of your position. Do you understand me? Every dollar you waste in your 20s is a dollar you could have invested. Remember how I talked about you got to have that shift in mindset? When you think like that, like, dang, I spent this when I really could have spent that on, maybe you a clothing brand owner or working towards a clothing brand. I spent 50 on this. I could have spent 50 on getting a sample. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's stuff like this. Stop wasting your money and time on stuff that don't matter. All right? You could have invested all that, but instead you were seeking validation for an hour of pleasure or a picture. For what? Imagine if you spent your 20s stacking. Imagine if you spent the next 5-10 years just stacking money. You know where you would be at? You would have your dream car and everything else. Guaranteed. 10 years of just discipline, stacking and stacking and stacking for years. 365 days in a year. And you took 5 years to stay disciplined and just stack towards your dream life. Come on, man. You do the math. You do the math. Instead of blowing it on stuff that don't matter. Imagine that. Imagine if you stayed focused on building a business and investing and learning in a high income skill instead of wasting your time impressing people who don't even matter. Imagine that. The importance of thinking long term like this is going to help you. The biggest difference between those who win in life and those who don't is that long term thinking instead of short term, right? Now, of course, people want to have fun, right? You don't always have to just be locked in and just, they want to flex, they want to enjoy life and all this. I get that. And that's fine. But what happens when you hit 30 and you have nothing to show for it? What happens then? You just 30 and broke. Why? No money, no investments, no stability, nothing. Working a dead end job probably, 30 and broke. I don't want to see nobody like that. And I'm not talking about nobody that is in that situation. If anything, don't take what I said to heart, because you can get out of that. I spoke about that already too. All right. Now, people act like they have time. Ladies and gentlemen, I hate to tell you, but time is very valuable. Time is something that you can't get back. And I'm going to say it again. You do not have time to be BSing, because you're going to blink. And as some of y'all that's 18, you're going to blink and you're going to be 24. Okay. And then guess what? You're going to be 23, 24. You're going to blink and you're going to be 28. And guess what? 28, you're going to blink and be 35. Life go like this. I'm telling you, because I was just 18. That's what it feel like. I was just 18. Not no more. That's how life works. It moved fast. It moved fast. I can't stress that enough. And the reality starts hitting, because guess what? Rent don't stop. The bills don't stop. Life gets more expensive. And don't even let me add on, if you add another human to the process, you got your seed, you got your baby, your son, daughter. That's another expense. Do you understand me? You didn't set yourself up in your 20s. You're going to be playing catch up once you hit 30, 35. I don't want that for y'all. I don't want that for nobody. And there's people that are in that situation. But again, you can fix that. It's ways to get out of it. I have plenty of videos. And I'm going to talk about it right now as well. Skills and income have to come before lifestyle. People tend to get money. Like, you get money, right? But people tend to want to live a lifestyle right now because they get money, instead of waiting to live the lifestyle that you can have. Like, wait, just wait. Nobody has patience anymore. People wanted to speed up the process when it comes to this. You got to grind when it comes to this, okay? Don't speed up the process. Enjoy the process. Enjoy the journey, right? If you want to be ahead, focus on skills and income. High income. That's going to make you some money. If you want to take it a step further, I think people should invest in skills that they can use as a career and freelance it on other apps. That's what I think you should do. Remember how I always said, find a way to monetize. You got to keep your mind going like this. Because like I said, we are moving into a social media based thing. Everybody is a social media person. That's just how it is. People on TikTok find a way to monetize over there. Your best bet is to figure out a product you can sell on TikTok. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Them ads that you see when you swiping on. Yeah, that's somebody that's pushing an ad out there to y'all to push them to their business. We here. Walk with me. Don't get lost. High income skill, whether that's trading, marketing, coding, graphic designing, editing, whatever it may be. Find some type of high income skill, bro. That's what it is. That's what it is now. And even if you do got a job, still invest in yourself. That way you can do something on the side that's going to make you some money on the side, whether it's pocket or something that you can use to just build up a savings. I know people that do that too. Make real money and master it. That's the goal. Because here's the truth. If you're not making, I'm not going to go overboard, but if you're not making, I don't know, maybe even 100,000, you have no business flexing. If you're not making 100,000 a year, no business in trying to live the lifestyle of $100,000 person. Do you get me? And people do this. Your focus should be more on making more of building a savings, investing more. It should be not buying luxury items. You're not there yet. You're not there yet. If you can't buy it 3 times back to back, you can't afford it. And be cool, you can't afford it. So why spend that money? Especially on things that hold no value. Them clothes hold no value because they're going to come out with some more drip next season and them going to be played out, just like Supreme. It's played out. denim tiers, played out. It's pointless. So why do that? Unless, like I said, listen, unless you reselling the item. That's what you should be doing if you are going to buy that. Resell it, because somebody out here going to buy it and you can make money. Be the middleman. That's all I'm saying, right? You need to be obsessed with increasing your income. You need, whether that's a business, side hustle, investing, climbing the ranks at a job, whatever it may be, you need to be obsessed with trying to make more. Okay? That's what you need to do. All right? And then the circle that you have, right, determines your future as well. I spoke about this. You need to have a group of people in your circle that are on the same type of timing as you. And if they're not, do it by yourself. I'm telling you, even because it happened for me. This was something that I wanted to do. And again, there was a group of us. I am the only one doing it now. Granted, they still want to try and do it, but the way that they downplayed it when I was doing it by myself and trying to tell them like, hey, we should all do this. I think we'll be funny together. I think some of y'all is real good speakers. I think y'all be good. Y'all got some stories that somebody can relate to. Nobody wasn't trying to hear me. But then when they see that it's working, now everybody trying to drop back on the boat. Nah. Do it by yourself if you got to. Or if you got a group of people that on the same type of timing as you, keep them around. Keep them around. Lift each other up. That's how you gonna push through a lot of that adversity that you gonna, approach upon. I'm telling you. Now, I'm just being real when it comes to that, because you gonna have people that come in your life that they gonna be there for a season, and when that season is over, y'all might not even speak again. That's what it is. The choice is yours at the end of the day. Whether you gonna waste your 20s trying to impress people for some validation that don't matter, or you gonna get to it. Which one you choosing? Y'all let me know.